Hey, I'm tripping. I've called you Y.E. Ali all my life.
It's Y.E. It's my initials, but
That's what I thought.
For musically or phonetically, it was easy to say yeah.
Okay, cool. I've been trying to tell my wife I've been the wrong name for years.
Makes sense.
I feel terrible.
It's both.
Yo, this is Ye Ali. You're listening to the PreGame podcast. Bless the bottle. Next.
All right, listen to Season 4, Episode 52 of the PreGame podcast. Listen to the PreGame podcast. We do big shit.
Always.
Big shit. This time we got an Indiana legend, man, a B-Town legend, Ye Ali in the building. Everybody get a round of applause, man. Let's go.
What up, y'all?
And I didn't even know at the intro because he's a singer, songwriter, producer, rapper. Crazy, man.
Many hats.
Got a lot of bags, digs deep in them.
Insane.
That's what you got to do.
And then he was just in Miami too.
It is an IU podcast.
For sure. Shout out to IU, man.
Yes,
a great place, a great time. Where can everybody find you? Yeah, Ali. If you don't follow him right now, I'm very confused. But just tell the people.
Yeah, everywhere is Ye_Ali, YE_Ali. Yep.
Yeah, make that move.
And I don't think he knows it, but this was on the schedule for a long time because we were gonna come to you at one point.
We were trying to get to LA.
We were trying to get to LA, man.
We were trying to get to LA. You was definitely on the docket for the LA trip, but you was like, "Yeah, I suddenly been on the show. I'm in town." I was like, "Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Say less, pull up."
Yeah, we appreciate you,
this
man.
This is much easier than flying to LA.
Sending emails, multiple DM diving. I'll do it all.
That's your bag.
And it would have happened to you, yeah, Ali. Trust me.
It was good, bro. We're going to be your way. What you got going on?
It was going to happen eventually.
Hey, remember us? We used to same campus.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy.
But let's get into the pregame pop quiz.
I'll go first. I got a good one today.
Thirsty.
I think the easy question is always, who'd you like to work with? Fuck that, because you work with big people now. What deceased musician would you, if you could bring one back, who would you work with?
Probably Prince.
Prince? It's a real nigga answer there.
Yeah.
I'm the only Prince fan here, so I'll let these niggas say they are. They're not.
Yeah.
You are the only Prince
I appreciate
fan.
that.
I like Prince.
There's two now.
That's fair.
Prince is cool. I just know like 2 songs.
Man, Prince got something. It's
I know more
ridiculous.
than 2 songs.
Favorite Prince song, go.
If I was your girlfriend.
Fire. That's a top 3 for me.
That is heat.
That's a top 3 for me.
Yeah.
So my question is, and feel free not to answer this. Within the past few years, is there any project or anything that you feel like, damn, they should have called me for that?
Oh man. Yeah, I mean any project that I'm not on, I feel like they should have called me for.
Damn.
Okay.
No matter how good it is.
Call my nigga, man. Stop playing.
Could at least make my line to see if I could have tweaked something.
Yeah.
I know what I would have did.
Yeah, definitely.
They was
I
bullshitting
always
on
feel
this
like
one. They
that,
needed me
especially if
there.
like they're in. Like I came in contact with them before and we never got
Yeah.
anything going. It's like damn, I always feel like I could add something.
You listen to tracks and be like, man, I would have did this with this track.
You know what? Nah, it's more like what you didn't do. It don't even got nothing to do with what you did. I'm like, I would have done something that's not even on the album type of shit. Yeah.
All right, so the first Grammy comes to the crib. Is it going to be for production, as a writing credit, or as an artist?
Odds wise, probably as a producer. It's probably easier to get it that way.
Preference?
As an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the way, man.
How important is that to you? I know, there's some artists, big artists, like, fuck the Grammys, blah, 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 but it's still a Grammy.
It's an achievement.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I never even ever thought of it. I never really thought of this shit until, like, I met certain people and I, like, seen a Grammy, like, sitting on their floor with dust on it.
Yeah. I want to leave one on my floor
So
and
I
not
was
give a
like,
fuck about
damn.
it.
I was like, but they probably felt the same way. They thought about it. It was a lot,
sure.
and they got it. It was like, it didn't change shit. So I think it's probably going to be one of those moments. So, like, it's cool to say, but I know people with Grammys who live with their grandma.
Okay.
And not by choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I got you.
yeah, it ain't everything.
Yeah, grandma. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that years
I was on
ago?
TV.
It's on the
I was on
motherfucking-
CBS.
It's on the fireplace.
Yeah, that was on CBS.
I was gonna make it.
That's tough.
That worried
really
me.
tough.
That saddened me.
It's crazy.
Hey,
Right
man.
here. Wow.
That is tough.
That's deep.
That's LA.
If you if you got Grammys and you're
And
eating,
Grammy.
you know what I'm saying, ramen,
Now, if you got Grammys and living with Grammy, that's tough.
that's tough.
Yeah.
All right. I know you a big Lil Wayne fan.
Yeah.
So best Lil Wayne tape. Let's do best tape and best song in your opinion.
I'm gonna say best song is probably "Money on My Mind" because it's the most inspiring one to me. Like when I was broke,
We were all broke when that came out.
that shit was just like, even when I hit my highs and my lows, when I'm in my lows, I play that shit and I hit a high in like 2 weeks, so hit a play.
It's
I
crazy.
feel it. That's
that shit
crazy.
gets
It's
you
fire.
3 fire ass verses.
Wayne doesn't get the motivator credit.
Oh yeah, he definitely, that shit just gets you.
Carter 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Carter 1 and Carter 2 real quick.
I would say 2 for me because I was of age to understand what really he was talking about. The first one came out, I was like still kind of naive. The second one, I was like, oh, I kind of
Drugs and violence.
Right.
Yes.
But my favorite tape is Louisiana.
Damn.
That's a
DJ
sleep.
Rod
That's a very
Smooth.
slept on
Rod
tape.
Smooth.
Very classic tape.
Ooh.
2 Chainz had crazy verses on there. A lot
The
of
greatest DJ
In the world.
Okay.
He did that Wayne. Show me what you got.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like that was
Crazy.
just that was a crazy.
It took a lot of niggas beats on there.
Oh, he just,
Yeah, he just
Your
is-
beat was-
that's
your
my
beat was not
favorite
safe
Wayne tape.
for a long time.
He got
with him.
that song called David Banner. He's like,
Yup.
lay
Crazy.
my organs down.
I
Like,
think,
so
Crazy.
I think old school on there too.
crazy. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a
Okay,
crazy
I
one.
spit that and
You
get
make me
back.
sick. That's the one.
Who makes
Yep.
you sick?
My mama used to tell you, nigga, you make me sick.
This is part of the era.
No, fuck, no, man, stop. You make ooh.
Just because I stopped.
You
doesn't
don't
mean-
like that nigga.
Not today, no. Not today.
He struggles today, but
Yeah,
Louisiana's
but I say
fire.
he's our Eminem. Like we got a champion Lil Wayne. Like white people do Eminem, like best rapper, and then he do good numbers. But we all know like maybe he not as good as he was, but
Used to
he's
be.
for his bracket, he's still so hard. And I think that even though Wayne might not be as revered, it's like we got to treat him like that still, no matter how the quality is to me. Because they do it for Eminem, we got to do it for Wayne.
Treat him
That's
like a made man, no matter what.
yeah, like we got to
Treat him
buy it.
like he was the best rapper in the
download
game for
it,
damn near a
you know what I'm
decade.
saying? Yeah,
He was, but he be letting me down.
no, I feel you.
That's cool.
But I hear Eminem fans say the same thing. But they still be like, yeah, I still
Oh yeah,
buy
music
I
get
still listen
murdered.
to. I
Music
still-
get murdered too. Still went
Oh,
platinum.
they bought that.
Yeah, you feel me? Like that Wayne, everything Wayne dropped should be platinum, double platinum, all that shit. Just off GP.
off the rip.
We can't.
No
Just
matter
go
if it's
over there
good
in
or
the
not,
corner
it's
and
like,
fuck
all
with
right,
it.
gotta buy it. But yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Hey, I appreciate that perspective, bro.
Yeah.
For real. Damn. Shout out to Wayne, man.
I can move with that. I can live
Shut
with that.
up, bro.
I can turn it on and cut the radio down and make sure he gets his spins because
So
he
listen, man,
deserves
let's
his
give
spins.
Yaley another round of applause, man, for
Yeah.
real. This is a big ass deal, man. You had no idea.
Okay, I can't hear nothing.
He just received
Show headphones, brother.
Yes, me.
a nomination for a Billboard. Why? Because he got a track with Chris Brown that he wrote on called Emerald.
Yeah.
For you, man, like, what was the most surprising part of that experience? Right, for we know you did it. It's out there. But like, what's one thing you took away? Like, damn, that shit.
That's the only time I met bro before,
okay.
and I DM'd him like, yo, we should do a song, and I DM'd him probably like every day for 6 years.
And that shit
That's
works.
like him.
Damn.
Just
That
like
shit
on
was
some
never
like
gonna stop me.
tapping
No.
in, like, yo, I got this. Da-da-da.
You just gave me the green light, bro.
But they sampled me one time, and that it wasn't him; it was a producer. So I ended up getting the credit from him. So I hit him up like, "Yo, I appreciate it," and he kind of he seen my profile. I had the album cover in my
Right.
He's like, "All right, well, this nigga did something,"
Right.
and so I think he just read it and was like, "All right," and I told him like, "Yo, I got a track for you." He was like, "Yo, pull up," and then I was at my homie's house, and it happened to be 200 feet from the address Chris sent me. So I'm like, "Hey, bro, no weird shit." I'm like, kind of outside.
I'm gonna be there.
I'm like at my homie's crib.
Don't judge, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
Gonna be there in 17 seconds.
I'm already actually at the door. So it was kind of like that, and it was cool because, you know, it was just one of those. I'm like, yo, if I can do something today, like land something. It was late 3 a.m. I didn't have much. I was sleepy, but luckily it was this girl in there named Feli Ferraro. Feli Ferraro writes for like Normani, Blink 182. She worked with Black. She did the first Chris single off that last album, maybe 6 other ones. She did that song with me. So she kind of like, he gave us the concept and she took the lead and let me like fill the words in. And she did the melody. So she made it easy for me to kind of like find where I needed to be. So without her, I definitely wouldn't have did this song. It wouldn't have worked. I was too nervous. So
So
she got me
starstruck is
started.
real.
Yeah.
Nah, it was more like, he was like, all right, I want a song about the color green.
Go.
No, that's what he said. He was like, I'm doing like my.
I'll be
like,
back later.
He was like, the song's called. The album's called Emerald. I need color vibes, Ruby. Da, da, da. He was
That's
like, all right, this is
crazy.
green. So I'm like, all right, what if green was like naive or jealous? And the girl looked at me, and she didn't say nothing. She went in the booth, and then she came out, and I was like, oh shit. She just took what I said. She was like, yeah, you just wrote. Da, da, da. You gave me a parameters to stay in, and then I helped her with some of the words, and it kind of came together. And so, yeah, it was tight because I just didn't understand what he meant. I understood, but I'm like, all right, I need somebody to help me. So it was dope that she was there. So,
Bro, that's
tight,
clutch
man.
and
That's
dangerous all the
crazy.
time. Like that's going one way or the other. You could have got hit with a nigga. What?
You say, yeah,
Or got hit
green.
with a okay. We can.
yeah.
That's wild.
Green makes me think of like, like throw up and snot. Like,
Yeah.
let's write about
Yeah.
that.
Get out. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Come get him, Chris.
Yep.
Go back next
This
door.
is your man's. He gotta go. Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
To have to, I
That
mean,
shit
just
worked out.
to think that you're in that moment and it's, if I say the wrong thing, my career goes a different way.
Nah, because green it does put you in those moods, but you also get like serenity and peace. Like you could have went anywhere with that.
Yeah, because his birthstone was emerald and so is mine. So I was like, yo, my birthstone's emerald. He was like, oh, shit. So I think that's what saved me was like his reaction to me just saying some random shit. I'm like, he was like, and I kind of like calmed me down a little bit. Yeah.
That's
I mean, if
crazy,
you think
man.
about the albums that Breezy's putting out, like if you're doing 30 tracks, like you've got to do random shit like that. Like, hey
Yeah.
man, table today, write about a
Sure.
table. I'll be back.
Yeah.
When did you find out that you made it on the album?
When they dropped the album cover, his engineer tagged me in it. And I hit him up. I'm like, why you tag me in this shit? He was like, what you mean? I was
Trying
like,
to be funny, nigga.
I was like, yeah, bro. I'm not on an album. We ain't talked in 6 months. I'm not on an album. He was like, didn't you do Emerald and Burgundy? I was like,
I did.
damn.
That was at 3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you're on there. I'm like, oh, okay. So I reposted it, and then that's how I knew it was through.
That's
the
crazy,
engineer.
man.
Shout
I'm
out
happy
to my
for
boy
you, man.
Pat.
Bro,
Congratulations.
you had to go
for
crazy
sure.
when you just
Yeah, what
everybody
you
gets
do?
on Instagram. And
What you do
just-
after?
I got tagged and said, "What's my
Well, I
the picture?"
got 2 on the album. I did Emerald and Burgundy, and one called "Tell Me How You Feel" with this this other artist.
I feel it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
What
so,
little you feel me?
COVID.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now I gotta go
So
see the other artists.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm on the way.
So it felt good to. It was Tory.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Well, you know.
yeah. So it felt good to like get
That's what I thought it
two on there. Like that kind of was like, damn, I never got 2 on nobody project before. So I was like, okay. It made people take me more serious because I just didn't have one random song on there. You know,
That's
so.
real, man. That's
It was
real.
tight. Now everybody was celebrating the accomplishment because that was the same joint that Felly was on too.
Yep.
It was like,
Yep.
damn, look at
Yep.
this.
Ah, you going crazy.
Yeah.
Look at these niggas, man.
You say a lot of cool shit. Like whenever Yali tweets, you be like, damn, that was some really cool. I see why that tweet is going the way it's going.
He's a caption tweeter.
It's crazy. And I feel like that's also plays into your writing, your art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is there ever a time where you're tweeting something you like, I'm gonna put this in the track as well? They just don't know it yet?
Oh no, I write all my songs on Twitter. I might not tweet everything, but like I'll draft it just so I can be in the rhythm of having my fingers on my phone and like just me naturally seeing shit and saying shit so I can capture it and I just put it all in my drafts. And the lines I really, really like, that might be part of the hook, I'll actually tweet it like, you're not proud of me, you just surprised. I missed her, so I
Yeah,
went to
be
get
shit
her.
like
Like real
that.
simple shit that doesn't rhyme, so there's no context for them to just like it. Just
They
'cause
can't
it's like,
link it that you gotta like
it's
it by
like, oh, I
itself.
like it because it stands. You know what I'm saying? So
Standalone.
those I put like in a hook maybe.
Man, listen.
That's
You don't
what lyrics
follow
hit people.
Yali
It'll
on
be
Twitter.
it, man. That's how I feel.
So your
about
drafts,
Yeah.
Do it
your
now.
drafts is the BlackBerry with the side scroll,
It is.
basically. Dang.
It's like 5 years worth of shit in there.
Nah, because
That's
you're not
crazy.
proud of me. It just surprised was a slapper. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's
It's a
probably
lot
how it
like
is.
that.
You know what's crazy? I had to. Yeah, we had to go through some legal stuff because people was trying to get like shirts and like
Oh,
It was
yeah.
crazy.
Hats.
it's a bunch of stuff that. But,
IP, not a game.
yeah, it's crazy. But you know, I think I done had so many people repost it or steal it, think it's there. But to me, it don't hurt. When I was just like, damn, you took my shit. I was like sad. I'm like, damn, nobody gonna know I did it. And now sometimes it's tight that somebody doesn't know I did it, and then they find out I did it. I'm like, yo, I rather
Yeah,
that.
that was
It's
me.
quietly.
nigga.
I'm not the one that's like, oh, somebody took that or this artist did. I'm like, bro, I don't.
Hold
if-
on,
if you
artists.
sti- if you
Artists
st-
been on that with you?
Oh yeah, I done had artists like it's on Twitter. People say it. I let
feel
them
it.
talk about it. I just be saying it. I'm like, yo, how did you put that together? But some of this shit be true, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy how people can see it. I won't like it. I won't like let people know. I'm just like, I see it, And I'm like, that's pretty cool that somebody out there like, no, that's his. Or
No,
you know
Twitter is the best detective we have going right now.
Yeah, for real.
Sure.
They get to
This
the bottom
you
of
is real.
shit. Yeah,
That's not you.
they get to the
That
bottom
shit
of
crazy.
shit
For
in a minute.
Actually, we saw this 5 months ago.
Yeah, somebody had said this.
Speaking of, you said you're not proud of me, you're just surprised. Like, you got some time back at the crib recently. How's that been for you?
Man, it's been great. It's been like the first time I ever I've been in the studio 4 hours in the past 2.5 weeks. That was it, and that's like the longest I ever been without recording. So it's cool. I was just trying to just detach a little bit from work and just kick it. I don't really kick it with people in LA. I just keep it business, and a couple of times I kick it, but not too much. So it's like I be by myself a lot. So it's good to just see my niggas and just kind of just talk.
Yeah,
Just
get
be
home. Shout out to Hammond, man. What's your favorite piece or favorite part of Hammond, Indiana?
Probably just my neighborhood. Like my dad got a lot of land, so I can just walk around that bitch, work out, not be bothered, not really see no neighbors and shit. So just remind me just growing up.
That's real.
That's tight.
Man, going back to the writing piece, when did you realize, like, okay, I'm talented with the pen?
When a 40-ounce van kept stealing all my tweets, that's when I knew. I was like, this dude keep taking it. Damn, I was like, bro, this nigga.
Can I get a break? Like, why are you
all
doing
my
this?
tweets.
Damn, nigga.
But I met him before. He was a really cool dude, and we're not friends or nothing, but it was just like, he knew who I was. So I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy.
Did he acknowledge that he was?
Nah, but sometimes I don't think it's him stealing from me. It's him stealing from somebody else who he saw it from and not knowing. But I don't even look at it like that. I just look at it as like it's so cool that you don't want to retweet it because you don't want people to know that you didn't say it. Yeah. And that's how I judge when people take shit. I'm like, you think it's so cool that you feel like it would be less cool if somebody knew that you liked what I said.
That you
not
stole
that
this.
It was said. So it's all a compliment. You got to learn to take. I'm so vain that if I wasn't, I would be like much more angry or sadder. Like I take everything as a compliment.
I mean, it's interesting though because it seems minor. Like these niggas in here talking about tweets for 5 minutes. These are lyrics though.
Yeah, man. This is he's really seriously. Go to his page. You find out what I'm talking about. Tweet theft is crazy anyway.
Oh,
you can steal my tweets, but my tweets aren't going on beats.
Stop that shit. Hey, stop stealing tweets. This shit is weird.
They're not going on beats for like possible platinum tracks. Like that's not what's gonna happen on my song.
So this girl who was on Twitter got a percentage from that Lizzo song because she said, I woke up and I'm 100% that bitch. That was a tweet. That girl got a writing credit.
Wow.
Like that's a real thing.
It's a new game.
That's a real thing. That's
crazy.
That's intellectual property.
I'm gonna open up my tweets.
That's real shit. So if I already said your tweet,
I ain't say this tweet, right?
You
Let me
really,
say this shit.
but she had to come for it. Like, yo, I did this.
By the way,
yeah, like tweet it and search it. She's the very bottom,
first one,
right?
It, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's stuff like that can't happen.
That's crazy.
Noted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna unlock my shit.
I'm gonna have to come for mine.
You got some heaters.
You do.
Mine just be jokes though. I ain't got nothing like smooth.
Yeah, shout out to Lizzo.
She dropped that heat.
Man, outside of writing though, I don't know for those that don't know, but Ye Ali has produced records for Roddy Ricch, Sway Lee, Tory Lanez, Chris Brown, Kehlani, Lil Key, Lil Yachty. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all favorite artists.
For sure.
And I feel like if you listen to any Ye Ali project, I was going crazy. They listen to everything, man. The production is just whatever you need. The vibes are ready. You play the Ye Ali, you're good to go. Why do people need the Ye Ali production? Like, what do you do that you know what I'm saying? Like, what Made It can't do? Metro Boomin. What is it that people are just, what they want to connect to? Artists.
That's a good question. I don't know. I never really thought about why they. I think it's like anything else. It's like everybody's special. Even people who aren't special. Like it just depends on who looking for your specialty. Like,
yeah, there is. Yep,
you know what I'm saying? It just depends on who's looking for that. It might be you. I know amazing trained pianists and harp players, but if somebody don't need it, it's like, is it amazing still?
Right.
It's like technically not for me. It's not.
Right.
And I don't want that shit. But the next person, not saying me, but like somebody's like, I don't.
Yeah.
But go to Sade's room and she like, oh, I'm using all this for my album. Let's go on tour. So it just depends on who is presented for the opportunity. So it really is just, I think my reputation makes people be like, all right, I'll open up the email or I'll listen to such and such. And even if they don't know it's me, sometimes like people might not fuck with me. So I'm like, yo, let's do this, but don't tell nobody it's me on it. until the paperwork got to be done. Like, oh yeah, Ali did this. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, remember me? I'm back.
Yeah, so like,
Hey,
It's legal time. We gotta
it's
spend
my
it now.
lawyer.
Yeah.
You know.
so yeah, I don't know, man. That's a good
I think
question.
you offer a very vintage '90s vibe that people always are looking for. Like, it's weird. Like, I mean, every era has this thing.
Yeah.
'90s R&B is a thing.
Yeah.
Listen to your music, it's like, boy,
I want to have
this
some
could have easily
sex.
been. This could have been, nigga, this could have been Groove Theory. Like, I mean, it's
Definitely
so
takes
many.
you there.
You definitely can roll. You know what I mean? You can definitely roll it. You feel me and have a good time in the
Yeah.
bedroom.
You
So,
feel me?
Yeah. But it's just a vibe, man. And I know that's such a cliche thing to say.
It is, but it really
it's
is,
a
though.
vibe, but it really gives you like, and this could have came out in '94, and this would have been a
Yeah.
banger then as one now.
For sure. And you definitely hear that 70s and 80s music, you know what I mean, that your pops put you on. I read the Vibe interview.
Yeah.
That your pops put you in your music. I'm like, damn, that shit sound like some 80s shit.
Yeah.
And it's
I like
fire.
that shit a lot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. So I just want to make sure that we talked about that from a production standpoint. Like, you are doing amazing things.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of the songwriting, outside of the rapping and the singing, you know what I mean? You're a great producer, man. I want to make sure we highlight
My
that.
God, thank you.
I did want to ask, so like a lot of times you do lean more towards the R&B side, but you do have a pen. Like, do you want to do a rap project, or is that something you're not looking
Yeah,
to do?
you know, it's so crazy. I did the rap shit for so long and it didn't go.
I was gonna ask because you was a part of
Yeah.
like the mixtape era.
Yeah.
And at IU, you're a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
That was what everybody knew.
Internet Love was a thing. I like
Yeah,
that song.
Thank you. My dad loved
I
that
can't
shit.
find it. What you
Yeah,
do to it?
It's on the CD. It's on Dat Piff, maybe somewhere. But my dad might be the only one with it.
Man, is that the one where you were rapping in the parking garage?
Man, honestly, I don't know, bro. I don't think so. I
Some
never
shit-
did a video for Internet.
It's the joint where he's stalking the chick on the internet.
Yeah.
The theme has been used several times since.
I just remember being a freshman at IU and knowing that Ye Ali is a rapper on campus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
a
he's
rapper.
solid.
Right.
I seen the video. You have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get that pit for that one because I really did like that song. That was a dorm room classic for me.
Yeah, it just wasn't. I loved it, but it didn't seem to have as much traction as I wanted it to. So I had a meeting with this guy named Steven Victor one time, and Steven Victor manages
You mean Stephen Victor, like the Pusha T Stephen Victor?
Pop
Okay.
Smoke, Recipe,
Gotcha, yeah.
The Dream. Yeah. So I had a meeting in Beverly Hills with
Legend.
him, and he heard this song I did called Tings, which is like rap song. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, do you have any more shit like this?" I said, "Not really." He was like, "Yo, why is this like the only song I can find like this?" I was like, I just told myself if I do this rap song and it didn't go, I would just like quit and do something else and maybe like da-da-da. And he was like, "Yo, if you did more stuff like this, like I think it would go." And I was like, "Yo, maybe you should hear some R&B shit I'm working on." And I played it. And he was like, "No, I don't want no R&B shit."
I want that shit.
In
I want that.
retrospect, I always wonder what would happen if I listened to him. But in my heart, I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to just be having to do one thing and like y'all get used to me doing this, and then when I want to experiment, they like, nah, what did you
We'll
doing?
hate you. We'll
know what I'm
destroy
saying? But
you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. Well, so, but I always remember that conversation because he liked the rap shit so much. It was in the back of my mind, like, yo, I know I could just press this button and get it back in that mode. But even then, it was just like he was the only person that it ever seemed like the only traction moment was with him with that conversation. Other than that, it was really nothing.
I imagine it's gotta be tough though, because I feel like, and I have zero experience in this, but I feel like trying to maneuver through the industry, you'll meet these guys, say like a Steve Stout, and you'll play your music, and Steve will be like, "Oh, I like this R&B, cut that rap shit out."
Yeah.
You talk to Stephen Victor, "Oh, cut that R&B shit out, rap." And it's like, damn,
Yeah.
nigga, which one I listen to?
What do I
You gotta
do?
follow your heart.
And both of these niggas are wildly successful, but they
Right.
could be wildly wrong about one person. They ruined
Yep.
your life, and they're good to go for the rest of their shit.
Yeah,
So
it
how
was-
does that like balance for you?
Well, cause like the R&B shit, like nobody ever had heard me sing before, like ever. I never even really tried it a couple of times, but not really like really
Just these
sing it.
bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Felly and Trav. Like
Shout out Trav.
I talk to Trav. I work with Trav every day in LA, pretty much. But like, I did a song with him one time in Bloomington, and I was so drunk. But I had hit this note, and I was just able to stay in it. And Trav was drunk and kind of like engineering. He was like, put this effect on it. He was like, we tried to duplicate it the next day, and I can never figure out
They
how
must have had a
to
hairdresser.
get back into that that pocket. But he was like, yo, like
Damn, I
this
missed
could be
hairdressers.
something if you could like harness it again. I'm like, bro, it's the beats. People don't send me beats like this. I don't know how to make it. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to be the beat I heard, and I did something on it. So once he started kind of like helping me and like telling me different things. I would just experiment and just, I went to LA, took some vocal lessons, just like trying to just see if I could get it successful at something I wasn't good at.
Right.
I always knew the rap shit. I'm like, I'm gonna come back around when I'm good at the R&B stuff and be like, oh yeah, I got some strip club shit or this or that. Like I had way more like deeper type of shit when I first started, but
Backpack.
I'm a businessman and I knew what was making sense and what wasn't.
Right.
What I really, really wanted to do wasn't financially making sense. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get them the attention and then I can give them whatever else I want maybe later.
Yeah, man.
I mean, when we talked off here, I was like, the first thing I said to you, like, you're an R&B singer. Like, this is wild because you're a rapper forever. But to me, it's common sense. Women will make you famous, and you
absolutely
put a market out that women are, because niggas gonna be like, yeah, nigga cool, but
right,
he cool. I mean, he got some tracks.
I couldn't sing along to that shit.
We are not gonna champion you. Like women will be like, hey, y'all heard this?
Right.
Y'all gotta play this, and it's just like,
But some of the
I
tracks
just
is
keep
cold
getting more and
though.
more
It don't
popular.
matter. Ring, Tyra, Patron, Lemonade, Ammunition. Them just cold tracks in general.
Nah, thank you, bro.
I know that like a lot of people be like, well, oh man, Ali sound like Lane. So they be like, oh man, well he sound like T. Scott. Or oh man, I heard he sound like Tiller. You know what I mean? But I feel like for someone who started like in 2011 though, you can in a sense say that you were somewhat of a pioneer.
Actually, they sound like me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's so many things I wish we talk off the shit, but it's like I don't get, nobody ever says that to me because enough people know that I started a lot earlier than a lot of people, and I never like am combative about it, like because I do see a similarity. But for instance, like people be like, oh, they mention me with certain artists. I'm like, everybody y'all mention me with is signed. I did this shit from a dorm room, then from like an apartment, then from like a dorm in UCLA, working there in LA. I did this shit from small compartment places that I was able to get my name mentioned with other people. But I've been on some marketing shit. I've been on some like, all right, set the aesthetic. Before my music was good, I looked like I had good music. That was the first thing I learned. I was like, if I look like I get good music, I'll eventually catch up. And then it caught up.
Look good, play good.
He dropping gems.
That's definitely a
That's a
marketing
gem.
ploy.
look the part.
Nigga.
It's the first thing. You gotta look like you know what you're doing, and then people will be like, damn, he might know what he's doing. When I put producer in my bio, the first time I ever did it, I never made a beat in my life.
I like that. I've never done that shit.
But I said, well, shit.
I'm gonna do split.
If they keep seeing it in my bio, they're gonna expect me to really come with some product. So I gotta learn it because I already said it. I already put it out.
Look like a liar.
So now I gotta learn how to do it, or I'm gonna look like a lame. So I just like, all right, I'm gonna produce it now too. And then he'll be like, what? Send me something. I'm like,
All right.
give me a month. All right, I'm gonna send you something in a month or two.
Like you want it now? It was like,
Yeah.
I'm fine tuning these drums, bro.
These are gems.
Yeah.
So you kind of played the role. So you're like a highly educated nigga, but you like use the education as a not so much a ploy, but a way to get to where you want to be at.
Yeah,
and then
behind the
parlay
scenes.
from there.
Yeah.
How would you like it describe that to somebody?
Well, when I got to LA, this lady told me that I would never be successful in music because people know when I'm talking to them that I'm smarter than them. She said, ain't nobody want to get in business with you if they feel like you got the upper hand when they're supposed to have the upper hand.
Right.
They don't care what the situation is.
I can't exploit you.
They can't. Even if they can't, they got to feel like they can. And I was giving people so much. Like, I always would talk about I went to school and I had to learn to, like, not dumb it down, but look like girls meet me or see me, they're like, oh, you're not what I thought you were from your pictures or from your, I'm like, you thought I wanted to fuck, or you thought I was going to da-da-da. I'm like, you see, I'm like a very, because you got to leave something to the imagination. I got to look like he look like he'll break your heart. I'm like, actually, I'm just chilling in the studio, minding my business. But it looked like I would put you through some shit, and then you find out I'm a pretty great guy, and you tell all your friends, you're like, damn, he's actually fucking amazing.
you look like an LA nigga from Hammond.
You feel me? So
I'm not from Hammond, bro.
Yeah.
But I thought you from LA.
yeah, so
told you that.
I'm not from here, bro.
they told me to tone it down. Like this lady told me tone it down and
Lupe.
kind of play. She said you could be smart, but if you smart, people shouldn't be able to talk to you and be like, oh, I know what type of person he thinks he is. So I'm like, I play dumb. I don't talk a lot.
Right.
Until like I got something to talk about, and then people hear me talk. They're like, oh, you know what you're talking about. But I'm like, well, I gotta see how much you know first. I can't show you, know what I'm saying? I gotta see what you know. Yeah. You feel me? So I'm like, I gotta see what you working with, and I just kind of play my part. I was doing too much at first, trying to let people know you can't fuck me over. And I'm like, no, you possibly could. You might.
Right.
Give me that bag and we can see if you can trick me.
Until the paperwork comes out.
Put the bag on the
It's
table.
like, hey,
Let's see which one gets it
sure.
first.
Hey, the paperwork's here. Just so
Yeah.
you guys
You
know.
It's a
didn't
race
think I was
to the
going to read
finish.
that, did
Yeah,
you?
I'm not who you thought it was.
Yeah.
I read every
Right.
page of this shit.
So here on page 32, it says
Actually,
you're gonna get
I
all
can
the
see-
shit.
I can see
I'm not
here.
gonna fuck with that.
I can see it says you think I'm stupid and you have me fucked up. Well, you don't.
Yeah, you feel me?
You have taken meetings though, but you've remained independent at this point. Is that something? So what's the? I mean, because you can hear it both ways. People be like, nah, independence the way. Until Sony says
It's
here's
that-
$3
I don't know
million.
anybody who's independent who says it's the way. Only people in situations say it's the way. Like, single people be like, oh, married life would be da-da. But you don't know what it take. And then married people be like, oh, I missed the single. No, you don't. Not for real, for real. You think you do
don't.
because you on the other side. But it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the curse of knowledge type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Damn.
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I was Drew. I mean, we talked about marriage right before the show started.
We
I
did.
said, it's for me.
We
Yeah.
said beautiful things about it.
Yeah,
We
but
did.
I also
We all talked about how great marriage is.
I also
sure.
said I wouldn't tell you to do it, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
perfect for what
Shout
I'm
out
doing.
to y'all situation.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Yeah.
and y'all should look fire to me.
I love
but
me.
I don't know what that's really like for
But
me.
that really is like the common discourse now, like with entertainment. Do you go independent or you connect with somebody?
Check
so
this
I
out.
appreciate that perspective.
If you
man.
rich and you was signed for 10 years and your contract's up, you recouped all your money, it's either you haven't learned shit or they're going to cash you out. That's the only reason you would re-sign with a major, which is why you see, okay, everybody counted Tiger out. So he said, okay, I'm going to sign with Empire. I gave you Make It Nasty. Tate went on a 3-year summer run, 3 summers straight with Empire, was independent, then cashed out with Columbia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice
Because
Macarena.
he realized in
They
those
got
3
OnlyFans.
years, like, oh, I could do it by myself. I did this shit with an independent label far better than I did it when I was with a major label. Now when I do the major label check, they gonna have to spend more than they ever thought they have to give Tyga.
Right.
So he just upped his price because he's smart enough to know he can do it on his own and with them. Some people can't do both. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're Rick Ross, you don't need to ever sign again. You know, so it's up to his discretion whether he wants to go get a crazy, crazy bag just for the fuck of it, or say, you know what, I'm gonna just do me for a couple years and maybe get another bag with a major. But he doesn't necessarily have to. It just depends on how much you know about it. So I say, like, you know, if you got people willing to in the building who believe in you, like all of them, that's different. But if you got 2 people championing you out of a staff of 150, you could sign,
not
but
be
it
the
wouldn't make
best for you,
sense.
bro.
What about a nigga like Chance?
See, that's different. I feel like if you signed or not signed, if you have Apple or Spotify behind you, it's the same thing.
Yeah, you're signed.
Okay.
bro.
You got the
Chance is
machine.
pseudo
Like Brent
independent.
Fayez isn't signed. Chance not signed, but it's like, all right, if you have the support from the Spotify's and Apples as if you're signed,
Yeah.
Then you good to go.
yeah. So
the
He's
that's
not signed to a major
machine.
label, but he's signed to a major company.
yeah, it's like you
machine.
gotta, you know what I'm
It be
saying? It's
working,
smart.
too.
It's smart. You can go around that and then do
Right.
direct deals, which is, you know, if they have those relationships, you don't really need the labels for that. You just gotta handle your touring and have a good manager, handle your merch and sponsorships, and just, you know what I'm saying. Other than that, so it's not for everybody. But if you got good management or a good lawyer, sometimes you don't need to sign. It's like
Damn.
they're grandfathered into some company they've been with for 25 years, and now you're their client, so you can't get fucked. So now you don't need a label. You can go straight to, you know, Apple or Spotify or Tidal or SoundCloud or whatever. So yeah, it's just every situation is different. Some people don't want to do it on them, don't want to get up and hustle because
Yeah.
they can't. Some people got kids to where like, I need a situation.
I need
I
somebody
can't
to
be
do
out every
this
day. I
for
can't be
me.
out every weekend at the studio. I can't be out. Da-da-da.
One more question. Why would somebody like Beyonce be signed then? Like, what's the benefit for her?
She's probably still in her deal, right?
Possibly.
Yeah, I would say probably she's been in the industry since she was a child, so like that comfort and how they treat her is probably amazing. Like they probably treat her like royalty, pay her as such,
Shit, the whole world do.
and like, you know, so
Yeah.
for somebody like that, it makes sense, you know, because it's like they're not gonna treat you any less than
Fair enough. Yeah,
spectacular.
they're not gonna play her.
That's
It's
real.
just
Same time, we don't know Beyonce's contract. Beyonce might be on her deal still.
Yeah, you never know.
That solo deal she signed from Jump, she might still be in
one
it.
for, like the Crazy in Love did.
Yes, and that's why she's dropping Lion King soundtracks to probably finish it.
And Matthew is still getting that cut.
Yeah, shout out to her father.
Beyonce, make more music. We miss you.
You would just tear it down if she did. You
I
don't
would
know what
die.
I mean.
This is garbage. You would say it's fake. She made it up. That's what
She did.
You was on him. We on you.
I
That's
love
what you
Lemonade.
said.
I just think it was a great
What you
story.
said. It was real life.
It could be.
She sang about her life.
It could
See,
also be
great
fake.
artists make you debate that though. That's what great artists supposed to do.
Remember,
They live
Confessions
that,
was fake, but we didn't believe that.
That's hard.
Confessions came out, niggas was like, I can't believe this nigga fucked up Chilla.
Right? They thought it was about Jermaine
You
Dupri.
say that, but they also broke up around the same time.
But
so
he told us it was fake.
All right, guys.
Listen,
I didn't mean to
you've
do
been
that.
dropping gems, and the one question I really want to ask, I got a whole bunch more, but I want to know, man, like for somebody who thinks that, you know what I mean, LA is the move. Like a lot of artists, a lot of young creators, like, man, this is where I gotta go to make it, to get that blue check. What advice do you have for those individuals, man? What sets you apart for that person that goes out there and they they got a regular job?
It's
man.
car time.
Nah, I was a regular person too in LA. Like it didn't just magically happen for me. I worked at a school, charter school, so that was cool. I had an internship at UCLA, so I worked there for like 6 months, or like an extended assistantship, like out of college type of shit. So, I worked for like the first year and a half I was out there. So you gotta get your money somehow.
Right.
For me, my homie happened at the time. My homie Larry Sanders, he was in the league, so he bought a house. It was like, hey bro, focus on your shit. You can live here. I got the crib for a year. See what you can do in a year. I quit my job. He didn't tell me to quit my job. I was like, bro, I can't do the work shit.
But you heard quit my job when you said that.
Focus on your shit.
I can live here for a year. Yeah, I'm quitting.
Yeah. So I quit the job and just like really the first day I stayed in bed, 9 a.m. I wrote Ring. So that was the first time I ever seen the ceiling at 9 a.m. because I'm at school at 7:30. And so I was like, oh, this is what you can do when you can spend all day doing music? Mm-hmm. I never knew you could write songs in the morning. I thought it was a nighttime thing, to where I don't work at night no more. I only work in the daytime. Because like at that moment, I was like, oh, daytime's my thing. I get my best shit in the daytime. Wow. So.
My nigga, a 9 to 5 songwriter.
That's tight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He said,
I'm talking out,
it's
bro.
5 o'clock. We're going to dinner. So
unless somebody bitch like, if CB called 3 in the morning, okay, well, yeah. But, hey, bro, you got to hit me like at noon because 6 o'clock, I
got office hours. There's nothing wrong with that.
Basically, we lucky to have him right now.
Appreciate you.
Indeed, no, we appreciate you, man. You know,
Appreciate
you off the clock.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask that question though, because I still feel like for a lot of people, like, man, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna do it, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that mindset, but there's a lot more that goes into that. You know what I mean?
See, like, I think with me, I hit my ceiling in Indiana, and I knew it, and I was like, all right, I gotta go somewhere where nobody fuck with me and nobody know me, and the place where people like, oh, you can't. Nah, we from LA, we run this. I infiltrated that shit. It took a minute, but I had a checklist. I had little sub-populations of types of people I was going to infiltrate. All right, the rodeo kids, the people who work at these boutiques, these type of people. All right, the coke white boys who do EDM. I infiltrated everything and got cool with people, and I had them off a checklist. Like, I'll meet these type of people. I was just really doing it. Just like, all right, it's cool, but nothing really tangible was coming out of it. So I was making clothes at the time. Vans had sent me a cease and desist because I had made so much bread off using their logo, but it said Zans, so I was capitalizing off like the drug streetwear market. Made a good amount of money when they sent me a cease and desist.
Joe Fresh Goods.
Damn,
Pyrex
that
vision.
lean.
Yeah. Pyrex
It's crazy because he told me I showed him this design for this art and drug shirt, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna sell this for $30. He said, bro, you gonna make more money off a shirt than you ever did music. He's like, hit me up in a month. Let me know how I go. I hit him in 3 weeks. I made 8 racks. I said, bro, it's the most money I ever seen this fast. He was like, I told you. So in LA, I was still getting clothes off, and artists was like hitting me up, like, yo, let me, So I was just really trying to figure out a way to trap people to listen to my music because there wasn't no music. I wasn't really popping in music out there. It was just clothes. Yeah. I worked a regular job, and then my homie had a studio, so I would tell people to meet me there for the clothes drop. Just in case a nigga tried to rob me, I had a place to where I had niggas there.
Right, gotta have that.
Security at the desk. So like, all right, you try it here, you might not get back out. So like, it was that, and eventually artists were like, yo, let me buy the clothes. How much? And I'm like, yeah, actually, I want to play you this song for my artist. you know, if you fuck with it, I give you the clothes. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, if you like the song and like you want to help or ask, I'm like, all right, fuck it. They're like, all right, it's random. Like, it's like $200 sale. You sure? I'm like, yeah. You know, and like a couple people was like fucking with it. This dude named Cam Parker, like he a young dude too, like from Atlanta. He wrote some songs for Usher, but long story short, he won Grammys a few times, like under 25 at the time when he won it. He was like, you know, Babyface, Tony Braxton, Tyrese, all these people who did Usher. So he was one of the people who bought the clothes and was like, yo, this song's tight. Who is this? And he had helped arrange it. I'm like, that's my artist. He was like, can you show me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm just playing, bro. It's me. He was like, get the fuck out of here.
Nigga went around, I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah.
Change the shirt.
Yeah, so like that was like the first time I caught traction. He was telling people, like, he posted a picture of me like, yo, I gotta check this dude out. And so people started kind of taking me seriously. But
you was doing the first free digital download with a shirt damn near. Now niggas do the merch sales now.
Yeah.
That's the early version of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Basically, get creative.
Yeah, I had to just think out the box and figure out a way that people just talk to me, and then I can take it from there. Because, you know, I was never like a send you my link type of nigga. You know, I had too much pride for that. I still got too much pride for that. I may have done that 3 times. Amber Rose, Drake, and maybe like Chris Brown was like only people I ever like, yo, can you listen to this? And they never did.
One of these things is not like the other, but we'll move on.
Hey, but I get why you would send it to the one.
For sure.
Yeah,
I understand.
Amber Rose. Oh, Amber Rose. She had a moment for sure.
Amber Rose, it's a fun fact. She got the only reason I have followers on the internet is because of Amber Rose.
Explain.
Fun fact.
Do tell.
She married now, so
Okay. Well,
don't tell.
No. It's not like a physical thing. It's like she had broke up with somebody, and I had tweeted her like, "Yo, keep your head up." Like, I'm sure you tired of like random people telling you to fuck off. I'm like, you know, like keep your head up, just random. And then I got out of class and niggas blow my phone up. I'm thinking something happened. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They're like, bro, what happened to your Twitter? I'm like, my shit hacked. I'm thinking somebody put a dick on my phone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what happened? Nigga, somebody hacked my shit.
Got me.
They got me. I'm like, somebody got me. And then they like, no, nigga, your followers is going crazy. I went from like 900 to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. In a week, I had like 7,000 followers. She had been tweeting me, like she had read the message and was like appreciative, and she was just like tweeting me. And then I sent her my music, and she sent the link out. So she's the only person who I ever sent my music to like post my shit.
Words of encouragement. Got your link sent out. That's wild.
Shout out to Nick Young. He did it too randomly.
Swaggy P.
We talked and DM, and then he like posted the video one time. So like, but Amber Rose was like the first person who like, and it was like early, like with internet, it was like that era of
is that
like that tape, and that put the battery in my back to like, damn, if one person just tells somebody they fuck with me, that really can, you know, I can.
You're inspiring this man right now.
I tell you what, boy.
Listen.
The nigga's DM's about to be on fire.
He about to be up all night.
You definitely, man. You keeping me in business, bro.
Man,
I respect it.
Stories like that, like, yep. I'm like,
Denzel, what the fuck? Barack, come on, man. He's about to go crazy.
This nigga gonna DM Jesus tonight.
Yeah.
I might shit.
Hey, the show fire, you gotta fuck with it.
Now I want to take it back to
Jesus
music
interview
though.
would be crazy.
Heat.
I love, bro. Interview with Jesus.
It'll be hot. It'll be real hot.
We
Nigga.
gotta make it. We gotta right. He might be judging like,
Ain't no dude say it that one.
My
you
son.
fuck with me now. But where you being on Sunday?
Jesus about that wine. We gotta have the red wine.
He like, you was on the list, but you made it.
He's like, what's this guy doing here?
Now I want to take it back to the music, man, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand. Like, you got a lot of content,
a lot,
years and years worth of music. You know, what I mean?
There's a lot,
and your growth has been crazy.
Honestly, I was kidding you
listening
having
to,
essentials on Apple Music. I'm like, this nigga should have an essentials.
and it should be coming because not only do you have like songs that you've written and produced for people, you have your own shit too.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot,
and they got you fucked up.
There's a plethora of shit.
Facts.
One thing I fuck with, I fuck with the chop. I like chop and screw shit.
Yeah, same. That's my favorite genre.
The Chop House too was fucking fire. I thought it was so fire. Is that something that somebody came to you to get?
Nah, Slim K, OG Ron C, those my niggas.
Okay,
like,
cool.
Went to Houston, had a show
That's
out
tight.
there, talked to them niggas. Like, they've been putting me on Chop and Screw tape since I was at IU.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a small pocket of Chop and Screw niggas at IU. AO, Will, and them.
Yeah.
Chop and Screw.
Oh, yeah.
Chop and
AO's
Screw
truck.
hits.
Niggas in Nap love Chop and Screw.
9 times out of
Weird.
10,
Like,
nigga, it's fire. I
Yeah.
fuck with Chop and Screw shit.
So like they was putting me on stuff, and Kurt Cobain was like the first artist who like reached out to me to work. But like I always had love for Texas because of Chopped and Screwed, and so Slim K, we just got. So fun fact, Slim K is a doctor,
Wow.
like a doctor.
PH, like, doctor.
Like he is Sigma too, like went to
Yeah.
school, college, like a real doctor, but he just
Like,
DJ.
use it. He
Yeah,
use it,
you know what I'm saying. So we was cool since college because we just talked about school, and I'm like, bro, I thought you was just some older. He's like, nah, bro, I'm in school. You know what I'm saying. So he's Nigerian too.
That's crazy.
Yep. So like me and him just built a relationship because I had freestyled on this beat that he put on a tape one time, and people was tagging him, and he was like, "Yo, I actually like this." I was rapping on it. I was like, "Hey, bro, I didn't think he was gonna respond," and then we just built. And then all my projects, he does like the official remix for it, Chop and Screw and shit. Yep.
That's
That's
crazy,
love.
man.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking, so before the show, we was talking about the Savage Mode 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a move for a lot of people. I feel like if you were to do something similar to that, it would be you and Business Boy, probably. Am I off?
Yeah, it'll probably be Biz, and like a couple other homies who we work with. But yeah, most likely Biz.
So for that, like, could you? Because I know he's from like Milwaukee. Is that like where the connection is, the Midwest thing? But it seems like a lot of times. Trav.
Trav since IU. Trav been knowing bro for 10+ years since like internet shit. So Trav linked me up with him on the internet.
Shout out Trav.
And then when we met, it was through Trav because Trav worked at the studio. He told me to pull up. Biz was there. So yeah, Trav linked us up.
You hesitated a bit. So if you did do a Savage Mode for you and somebody else, who would it be? Ideally.
My boy Frank Rose. I do a lot of work with him. Did Right Time with me. Did This Way with me. Did Tyra.
This way is so fire.
With me. Thank you. That's my
Tyra
dog.
fire too.
My
That's
nigga,
your shit. This way is your shit too. You like that? You really fuck with that?
yeah, my nigga Jordan Manswell. He from Toronto. He the one who did. He did Tyra 2, and then he did some unreleased stuff we got coming. But yeah,
you got the nerve to have unreleased music too with a discography that long. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought you had put out everything you had at this point.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah, no, we sitting on like 3 unreleased albums we gotta drop. So
Hey,
like,
do it. Shit.
yeah.
Man, can we just? I just want to hear a little about the production process. You know what I'm saying? Like for the Ye Ali fans, I know you're listening right now. Like, walk them through how you create these tracks. The Ye Ali and Chill 2, play that right now. If I don't man, download that. That shit is fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like it depends really. Like I got this kid named Keanu. Well, he changed his name to producer named the Butterfly Wolf. He just be coming up with different names and shit.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So he
Native
he did the
American
whole
shit.
Ye Ali and Chill project with me. Me, him, and my boy Frank.
Okay.
So I just usually like. It depends because I do something different on the beat every time. And sometimes I'll just do a vocal sample, which means like I'll make a song, sample the song, and we'll make a new beat out of that sample. Wow. So I do that a lot. It's like I'll create something, don't drop it, take a part we like, make it into a new song, like just take certain elements. So that's production when you like taking other elements of your old shit.
That's
so
sample
like,
inception.
Yeah. So like
That's
I just
crazy.
That's
my mind is still working
Yeah,
through
my
it.
head kind of hurts thinking about that.
Yeah, so that's what I do a lot is like vocal sampling. And depending on who I work with. If I'm with Biz, sometimes I already have like an idea, a melody, and I'll play it, and he'll like take it and add some stuff to it. So it just depends on the personnel, whose strong points is what. If I got a guitarist in there, all right, play the guitar over the melody, then we'll work on drums. I'm more like I'm a producer, sometimes hands on or in like on some Quincy Jones Diddy shit. Like, all right, I need a saxophone player. All right, you play this note, and I'll like verbalize the note with my mouth on the beat, like and then play the sax just like that melody I just did. And so like I didn't play the sax, but I played the sax kind of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Composer.
So sometimes it's more of that, and then sometimes I'm like hands on actually with it, or it's my voice. So it really just depends on like the personnel and the mood I'm in. Yeah.
So we talked about the discog being crazy. So for me, I'm a passionate patience nigga. Like I like the Closer and the Talk Less with the Shanti sample and the Big Body Bends with Bellinger. That's the tape I fuck with
Big
the
body
most.
business. Crazy.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
well, for you, what's the quintessential project for you? Do you feel like if you ain't heard nothing else I've done, spin this?
I think the first Trap House Jodeci is so classic to me. Just because what it did, like it just did a lot for me, like opened up doors and shit. But my favorite one is It's Private Suite too. I don't know why. That's my favorite one. The song "My Ride" is like my favorite song I ever did. I don't know. It's just some projects. The process is what makes it my favorite.
Got you.
And I like the output, but it's more like what I went through when I did it, the mood I was in, how much money I had. I was sad, or I was this, or I was that.
Right.
Sometimes it's like when I made it, I was like this, and it makes it my favorite. Yeah.
That's real.
So,
man, that's a great segue because I know you was on social media over the summer. You had gone back to Bloomington and rented out the old spot.
Yep.
We gonna hit you then, but it was COVID time.
Yeah, we was gonna try. I was about to send that the end, bro.
That was right before, huh?
Yeah, you were asleep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn. Yeah. Ooh. We back now. Nah, but why is Bloomington such a special place for you? You know what I'm saying? As an artist, and what were you working on at that time period?
I think like Bloomington. If I would ever live anywhere in Indiana when I had money, it would be in Bloomington. Like I'm probably gonna get a crib there probably in a few years. Just
By
like
Rex Grossman's folks.
Yeah, like a
over there.
little ducked off spot. Cause just it was like where I found myself pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for the frat, I would have never tried to rap. They was like, all right, one of y'all niggas gonna freestyle first. Put a beat on. I'm like, y'all niggas from Gary, y'all don't rap.
Yeah.
I'm like, all y'all niggas from Gary. And I'm like, y'all looking at me like,
Well, to that G shit.
yeah. I'm like, you from.
And I feel like that's okay, but like, oh, y'all niggas not. Y'all been through some shit. Y'all rap.
I'm expecting like Gerard or somebody to hop up with the bars. So like, I was the only one. And then their response, their reaction was like, hey, all y'all niggas go home except him. Like, meeting over.
Class over.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
we understand.
So I'm like, damn,
There's
it's
been
over.
one other time where you did that. And it was at Buffalo's.
And I remember.
The event was over after you said Janet Jackson had.
And you know what's so crazy? That shit was gonna take off like wildfire too. That event was fire.
Yeah, it was.
We'll never get it back.
It was hellfire.
Hey, but y'all want to know some crazy shit about that night? That's the moment I said I'm gonna stop rapping.
Really?
Rap shit dangerous.
My girl Tierra Thomas was there. She was like, "Yo." After the fight, we found her. Like, "Yo, we take it home." She was like, "Yo." Can we talk? I'm like, "Yeah, you alright?" She was like, "Yeah." Like, she was like, "This is okay to you?" I was like, "What you mean?" And I'm like, "What you talking about? We won. We alright."
That was a great night.
Yeah, that shit was lit. She was like, yo, like, you know, like, you're in college. She's like, and that boy you was going against is not in school no more.
It's not in college.
She was like,
she
told me the realest shit. She was like, those dudes who was waiting for you, they have nothing to lose.
Facts.
Damn.
This is whatever to them. To you, it's like, this is it for you. This could be,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? They do something to you. She was like, it don't matter to them because that's how they live. She was like, yo, you should. She was like, your energy is crazy. She's like, you attract, like, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm like, I can't rap and be like, all right, guys. Like,
I like your shirt. Your shoes are cool.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm a rap, I gotta, like, make you not fuck with me. Like, I want you to feel a way about it. Like,
mission
I
accomplished.
want you to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You did a great job, bro.
yeah, you know what I'm
mission
saying? So,
accomplished.
but it was crazy because a lot of people don't know. That wasn't even of that beef shit, that wasn't the height of it. We done had niggas try to break in our house. We had Julius and my niggas in the army, my friend at the time. So we had guns pointed at them niggas. I'm an RA. They called me like, yo, bro, come to the crib. I'm like, I'm on duty. Nigga, come to the crib. I go to the crib. It's ARs pointed at three niggas. They're like, yo, bro, these your boys? They said they mentioned you. And I'm like, I'm looking at these niggas like, y'all really broke in my house? and it was a crazy moment to where I'm like, bro, I'm minding my business and y'all, I was like, and I told one, I'm like, bro, somebody gonna have to die and it's gonna be fucked up and sad that it's what it's gonna take. I said, now, bro, what if my nigga popped you?
Yeah.
What if he popped you? And on some crazy shit, we had this interestee with us, and I'm like, hey, fuck it. I'm like, everybody get out. I'm like, get out. And my homie's like, what you want to do? I'm like, shit. And they up against the wall, just like scared. And I'm like, you know what? Put the gun down. I said, hey, bro, choke him out. And the homie had him against the wall, choked him out. His friends just looking at him. I'm like, don't touch him. He choked his friend out. I was like, choke him out. Choked the other. So it's this one dude and two of his friends is just like slumped. And I'm like, bro, we could do anything to you, and they not gonna know. I said, and they can wake up anywhere, and you know what I'm saying. So I like, here's what I propose. Let's shoot the fair one. And Julius was like, he was like, nah, bro, I'm not letting you. So the thing, what made it a beef was they could never get a fair one with me. Cause every time I tried, the homie's like, bro,
you're slippery.
We not letting you do it. Like, we're not letting you do a one-on-one. We jumping in. You got too much to lose. I get it. You think it's cool to, I'm like, so every time I tried it, they was like, yeah, bro, we gonna jump these dudes. Don't tell them it's a fair one. Like, or Will's or one of us to do the fair one. But we jumping in if it's you. We don't care if you win it. We just got to do it. Because they might stab, you know what I'm saying? They got something out for you. Us, they don't know. So it's like, we can't give you the one-on-one. So Julius ended up beating the crap out of this dude. And like, it was so embarrassing because Julius is like this.
Yeah.
He literally choked this man out and like, it was embarrassing. I'm like, bro, we black. I'm like, bro, what we doing?
Yeah, let's stop.
I'm like, I'm like, bro, next time, you gonna get shot. And I'm gonna be sad because I'm not gonna shoot you. But I'm gonna have it on my.
Somebody's gonna shoot you for me.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna have it on my conscience though. I said, I'm gonna feel fucked up knowing my boy is minding his business. He got a daughter in Indianapolis. Now that's on his conscience that he had to defend himself because you thinking I'm at his spot. Like, bro, we gotta. So it was really deep. And then that Buffalo Louis shit was like, maybe I thought it was over, but we had so many more run-ins to where we like.
I didn't know it was a part 2, part 3.
Oh no, it was like some deep
rooted
shit. Like, police got involved and like told them like, yo, if somebody dies and y'all, we've been telling y'all like, look, niggas broke in my house. If y'all don't act on this and we have to act on it, y'all feel bad about it? They was like, they really weren't that active about it. So
shocker.
It was one of those things that eventually handled itself. But to me, when Tierra was like, yo, you gotta get some. She's like, you look like a ladies' man. That's gonna make niggas hate you more if you playing a tough guy and you talking shit to niggas and you was like, yeah, I get it that's you and that's cool, but she's like, your friend's not gonna always be there, and a one-on-one not always gonna be the thing. She's like, they could catch you and it's just you and you mind your business because they remember. So she was like, the energy that you know what I'm saying, you carrying is like, you're not gonna be in college your whole life.
Facts.
She was like, you're gonna be other places to where, all right, you want to still be putting out that energy, like run up on me. And I'm like, nah, not really. But if, you know what I mean? So it was her. And then she was like, yo, come to my crib next week and I'm going to give you some singing lessons and some stage fright shit. I was like afraid to get on stage. So it was like, she helped me get over some stuff. And that was when I was like, all right, I'm going to study this R&B shit and try to figure it out. Cause yeah, I don't want to be doing that shit outside of Indiana where niggas don't know me and they might not hold back or they might, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we never know. So that was a life lesson. It's like, all right, maybe.
Shout out TT.
Shout out to TT for the
shout
sidebar.
Out to Tierra Thomas.
Very important sidebar.
For those that know, you know, and you know more now.
No, for real, because we was just in IUB.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Them niggas had problems.
Hold on, nigga.
I had to worry about.
That sound like a movie.
I had to worry about class. That was it.
Yeah, that shit was uncomfortable.
Ops.
It was a good learning experience though, and it was dope because like my niggas really had my back. Like, and I wasn't a shit starter, but I was just like, you know, I can handle my own shit. But it was dope that they knew that.
Well, you're a judo master.
My heart was in the right place.
So I'll break a nigga arm real quick.
Yeah.
What man, all right, with that being, listen, thank you for that story.
Nah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Hoosiers listening. Y'all know about, we remember Buffalo Louis, nigga.
Niggas slow down and turn the radio up.
Yeah. Hold on, what happened? Oh, who? What?
Yeah.
Crazy. Man, what are some things you got coming for 2020, man? What can we expect? I know you tweeted 12/18/20.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I just be saying shit. I was like, I wonder what they gonna say if I say this, and then I say,
"Niggas gonna be waiting on that day." What happened?
I'm like, no, it was just a day.
It was a nice day for me. Yeah, that's it. I think it's gonna be a good day.
It just give me like a deadline. So I give myself deadlines publicly. So if somebody hold me accountable, like, oh, what was that date you said? I'm like, oh shit. So it just gives me like a starting point for like if I want to put a project out, I'm like, I might put it out around there. Yeah. So.
As an artist, how was the quarantine and the COVID and all that shit's kind of affected how you've been moving?
I'm a homebody, and I like to be alone or like very small areas of a few people. So it's been a blessing. It's been the best for me.
I saw you say you made like now tell me if I'm wrong. You say you made like 500 tracks.
Yeah, at least.
You're out of control.
Yeah, 5 beats a day for 3 summers. Damn.
Yeah,
that's a different world.
Half of them was songs. Some was like beats or some shit. But yeah, about like 425. I had to round up a little bit more, but yeah, about 5.
That's a lot of shit.
That's a lot of shit though.
That's a lot more songs than some niggas is making.
Hell yeah.
Way more. Shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask this question earlier, but just I saw you put a tweet up.
Yeah.
I'll be tweet watching. I was trying to get ready for your interview. I saw the owl emoji.
Yeah.
And then I saw the
purple demon
guy emoji.
Yeah.
The one that set Kanye off.
What's up, man?
No, you know
the
what?
owl only means one thing in the industry.
There's only one nigga you're talking
Only
about.
one nigga.
Nah, that's crazy. That shit crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm geeks.
Media training.
For sure.
Yeah. That's actually crazy, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Pay
really.
attention.
It
Nah.
is.
you feel me?
Indeed. All right, we be on the lookout for that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta speak shit into existence when you got like a feeling or you got like a lead. Like this shit ain't no fun if you don't like. Niggas be afraid to fail. I'm not me. I'm gonna say what I want to say and try to beat myself to the punch.
It is interesting because I definitely hit your line probably like a couple months ago. He put like a little snippet. I was like, damn, did you write this for Drake? He was like, nah. He's like, nah, I didn't, but
Maybe.
I could.
That's crazy, man. So listen, last question. What's the pinnacle of success look like for you, man? Ye Ali, you know what I mean? When it's all said and done, what is the moment like, okay, I did all that I want to do?
I think probably like family, like my dad being good, like get him a crib, that type of just regular shit. Just like comfort. I don't want my people to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I think that whenever I can make my dad comfortable, that should be it for me.
That's tight.
For sure.
That's important.
It's very important.
Facts.
Some people want success for all the wrong fucking reasons. And then some people have legit, for real shit that they want to accomplish. And I feel like that to me, that makes it better. Like some niggas want,
I want a rollie.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the rollie.
I want a
and I'm trying to
Grammy.
get the Rafe and shit. No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure my father and my family can breathe and live comfortable and not worry about nothing.
Yeah.
And to me, that makes it a lot more realer to me.
Yeah, I want my kids to be those kids that people like. You wouldn't be shit if your daddy wasn't. I want my kids to be.
Conversation.
Yes, nigga.
Yeah.
Duh.
My daddy is Ye Ali.
Yeah, I want those kids to be like.
You see the name, nigga?
Only because your
Yeah.
dad. Like I
Yeah.
want that type of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nigga, jealous.
Yeah.
You mad?
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Because
for sure.
a lot of, I think that we as black people, we're fascinated by the struggle. The struggle makes us. I get it. I respect it. I love it.
It only got to make us one time, though.
It only
ain't
got
to keep making
But if you
us.
don't, if your children don't have to go through the struggle like you did,
Yeah.
to me that's an
It's a
improvement
win.
on life. That's a blessing. Like they shouldn't have to go through what you did. You should be able to give them the world and let them
Figure it out.
tackle things with the
Exactly.
leg up that you were able to give them.
Like I remember that white lady from Full House. She got like a couple months for sending her buying her ways to. Yes.
Yeah.
no, now, I said that on here.
If your
Niggas trying to
if your
crucify
kid
me.
is dumb, buy their way into college
Niggas
if
trying
you
to
have
cru-
that access.
Niggas trying to crucify me for that.
No.
If you have
Niggas
it,
trying to
do it.
crucify
But
me
you,
for that.
but you know what's so crazy?
Your kid is dumb.
It's
Get
my
him a
dumb ass
trade.
daughter. Guess what? We paid for her to go to Stanford.
Get him a trade.
Because we've all been to college where people are like, yo, how did you get here?
Yeah.
It's expensive here.
What are you doing
You
here?
couldn't have gotten this off of merit and scholastic ability.
Guess what? I
Somebody,
sent $100,000 to some niggas. They took the test.
Yeah.
And,
but
my daughter's going to Stanford.
I say to like a less extreme, was like I feel her like that. She probably wasn't raised wealthy. Her mom probably wasn't some big actress, and she probably hit it big. Like, yo, I'm gonna make sure. Like, I couldn't go to this school.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But I don't have kids yet. But for those who do, it's like you damn near do anything. Like shit, you like I don't do that for nobody. You like damn, I would
Yeah,
do
she was at wit's end. She tried everything else, and she
You
was like, "You
feel
know what?
me?
Fuck it, pay it, pay him. How much?"
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a good
dumbass.
parent is probably not based off good decisions. It's based off of like how much you willing to sacrifice or do for your kid, because they probably not gonna be able to get this done by themselves. They probably not gonna. And if I can help it, and that's like a good wife or girlfriend, boy, but it's like damn, like I got you, I got this. Like if you feel that level of love for somebody and you good enough to where you worked hard and you got the capital to, you want to start a record label? Okay, you terrible at everything else. This might work.
Yeah.
$300,000. And if you're a millionaire, $300,000 to your
It's
kid
nothing.
to start a failing
Literally
business
nothing.
is
Right.
okay. But that's where you want to be, is to where some risks and some losses is like we'll bounce back in 6 months. We'll be straight.
I could pay my kids waiting like USI today, maybe.
Yeah,
Ivy Tech, perhaps.
You feel me? I'm gonna be honest. I've never been asked where I went to college in any job after graduation.
Did you graduate? That's all they care about.
That's it.
Yep.
I could have lied to, you know what I'm saying, but it's like it's just about, it ain't about where you at. Everybody knows somebody. I know people at Ivy Tech who own Harold's Chickens.
Damn, that's tight.
You know what I'm saying? I know niggas who own like 3 or 4.
Harold's niggas is running it up because Harold's fire.
I'm there every time I go.
Why you always
so it's
like a tempty?
Shout out to the Naptown Heralds too. Don't sleep on it.
It's good. Once they got their hours in check, they good money with me.
Yeah,
I can't make
first
no phone
niggas
orders,
was
though.
missing lunch
You know what?
hours.
You smell like Harold's, bro.
Can't make no phone orders, which is a problem.
That you can. I call it every time. They respect.
Mafia Road?
They respect my area
They
code
must know your
when I
number.
call it.
Okay, they don't respect my shit. Like, you gotta pull up, bro.
It's a 708 number. He's gonna tell on us.
Oh, I gotta pull up. Oh, shit.
Hey, we're extending this interview. I meant to ask. So we didn't mention it. You're definitely like I call you a model. How did that come about?
Yeah.
You do like print ads for people.
Yeah. Just trying to diversify myself. It wasn't like a passion. It was like shit.
It was a bag.
Girls think I look good.
Put me in that magazine,
Companies
bro.
think I look good. All right, how do I capitalize on it? I'm not trying to date nobody. I'm trying to get paid to be good looking, some way. So it's like, I got like a few racks to shoot something for like the NBA one time, just jerseys, and then they let me keep all the jerseys. I was like, if I could do this twice a month, I would never do music. The gig was so good that if I got paid that twice a month, I wouldn't have to do music.
I was at work.
Some free clothes?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was
at
at
work
work,
and we was going
I'm about
through
to
our
be fresh to the
promos.
motherfucker.
I was like, I know this nigga. Why is he wearing this jersey? What's going on? I'm at work going through emails like, our new jersey. Yeah.
This nigga ain't no jazz fan. What the fuck?
As far as the model shit, I think the big thing right now is the Fenty shit.
Yeah.
What they doing? You talking to them?
Nah, they sent me like the box of for the facial stuff and like some influencer stuff.
I'm trying to be a Fenty model, bro. They got fat models.
They got
They
fat
do.
niggas on
I'm
there.
I
Rihanna,
I'm ready to be a Fenty model.
Hit me up.
2020, man. I saw
I'll be a
that
fat
shit.
model. Hey,
I'll take my shirt off, oil me up.
I survived COVID. Fuck with me.
I'm ready.
I beat COVID and everything. I'm perfect for you. I'm telling you.
If I go on the Fenty page and I see Reed's titties,
I'm closing that shit.
It's a nigga with titties out on there
Right
right
now. That could be me, bro. Fuck with me, Rihanna. I can do it.
I'm ready to be a Fenty model.
Yeah, I get my wife some makeup. Nigga, we gonna be out here. What's up?
I guess I can probably get some tattoos or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
don't tat your titties, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna have no
Ross
problem.
did it. Ross got them tats, the titty tats.
He get the
Crazy.
Eve paw prints on my lizard.
I'm gonna get a grizzly bear print on my shit.
Coco.
I know bullshit, nigga.
I'm ready, Rihanna. I'm ready.
Yeah, but if Fenty come calling shit,
I'm ready,
pick up
bro.
that motherfucking phone, like, yeah.
And you can't body shame no more. They'll tear you up.
You can't do it. Cancel
Don't say
culture.
that about him.
Cancel culture, man.
Fuck you up. You talking about me?
It's
And
cool
what's
with me.
crazy is I seen the Fenty model drop, and they was like, oh, I love a nigga
Yeah.
like that. I was like, shit, I've been
Shout
looking
out to
like-
Lizzo.
I've been looking like that for a lot of time. Hey, Lizzo dropped that picture. Look here.
Yeah, Lizzo got here.
I was gonna put the shit on my Instagram story.
She
But
dropped something new.
yeah, she had her ass out. I was like,
What's new?
I would smack her.
Hey, no lie. Hey, me too. I think Lizzo sexy.
Did you
as
see
hell.
her?
Hey, I slide in her DMs all the time.
Hey,
I swear to God.
hey, that's smacking.
It's at least like 17 unanswered. A few of them in the middle was like professional. Like, hey, we should work. Hey, damn, what I gotta do? It's just like, it's like,
Hey,
man,
Lizzo in the Fenty fishnets is elite.
You
God damn.
niggas are sick.
All that shit. That's a 100.
Hey,
That's not the noise it's gonna
And
be.
then-
niggas are
No,
wild.
that's what we're gonna. It'll be a little louder.
Macaroni and
Oh,
cheese.
double pop,
nigga.
nigga.
You
Something.
niggas are wild.
Hella cheese.
That nigga said me too. I stay her DM.
Hey, look, I'm about to shit. I'm gonna see if I can DM Liz. Hey,
Y'all niggas are wild, man.
Oh man, hey man, shout out to Ali, man. Shout out to the Hoosiers. Shout out to him,
sir.
Indiana.
Don't point at me.
Nah, you connected to Hammond, nigga.
Your kids got Hammond.
I will tell you.
Stop.
Every time we talk about Hammond, I'll tell my story. I've been to Hammond one time.
I've definitely been to
And
Hammond.
the niggas did the worst drug deal I've ever seen.
Ever. At the Speedway on the corner, nigga. It was awful.
What are you niggas doing? We see y'all like.
Right about it, it was terrible.
It was JV for sure.
It was weak.
That nigga might well went like this.
Bro, we saw you drop the
Bag, but like,
We saw you drop the bag back there, bro. But hey, other than that,
It was strange.
Yeah.
Like, why don't y'all try harder?
Be a
Go
little
to
more
the
discreet.
cars.
It's 17 cops in Hammond. They were fine.
For sure.
Facts.
They probably had some other shit going
Yeah,
on.
there's
It'd be
bigger
like
things
that.
to worry about.
All right, man. That's it, man. Give another round of applause for Ali,
All right,
man.
before we get out of here, one more time, tell them where they can find you at, and then we can go.
Yay Ali, Yay_Ali. That's YE_ALI on Instagram and Twitter.
Greatly appreciate it, bro. Thanks
Appreciate
for
y'all.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Likewise,
Move on.
fellas.
Next.
Next.
Give me a couple.